So continuation from the previous term. So here I am giving the few examples so that you have to answer whether the body is in rest or in motion. Okay. So here first example, a person is in a car, a person is in a car and car is moving. Car is in motion. Car is in motion. Okay. And so first one, yeah, the motion of car, the motion of car is dash with respect to the tree. Like here it is the car, so there is a tree here, and here there is a house. Okay, a person is there here. Here there is a person. The question is the motion of car. Sorry, the position of car. The position of car with respect to tree. What is the position of the car? The car position of the car is in motion. The position of the car is in motion. Is motion with respect to the tree. Why it is in motion? As I said that previously, we have to compare the distance between two objects. The distance between the two objects is varying. Is varying in the sense either may increase or decrease. Either may increase or decrease. So if the distance between the two objects is varying, then we can easily say that that object is in motion with respect to the another object. Now say this B, house. What is the position of the house with respect to tree? What is the position of the house with respect to tree? The position of the house with respect to tree is rest. Why? Because at whatever the position is of any objects, here house and tree, the distance between the house and tree is not varying because these are not movable objects. These are fixed. These are at fixed positions at any time. So the house and tree position is not changing. So the distance between the objects are not changing. So we can say that the house and the tree are in rest position with respect to each other. If we compare the house with respect to tree or the tree with respect to house, we can say that those are in rest position. Those are in rest position. Okay. Next, another example. The girl on the swing. That means here there is a cradle. On this cradle there is a girl. The girl is swinging, and a person is there who is giving some amount of force to swing the cradle, right? So here my question is, what is the position of girl? Position of girl with respect to there is a tree nearby. With respect to tree. What is the position of the girl with respect to tree? So the position of the girl with respect to tree is motion. Why it is motion? Because the girl is swinging. That means to and fro. To and fro. So she is moving to and fro motion. So the distance between the tree and this girl, because she is moving in to and fro direction, so the distance is increasing and decreasing continuously. So the girl is in motion with respect to tree. Next year. Second question. What is the position of the person? Position of the person with respect to girl. With respect to girl. So the person is at the same position, but only the girl is swinging. So he is in rest and girl is in motion. So obviously the answer is motion. And what is the position of the person with respect to the tree? What is the position of the person with respect to the tree? So the position of the person with respect to the tree is he is in rest and the tree is also in rest position. So obviously the answer is rest. Okay. Next, fourth one. What is the position of the girl? What is the position of the girl with respect to this finger? This finger. That rope or string. So here the girl is on the string. So if the girl is in motion and the string is also in the same position. So with respect to the girl, if you observe, the distance between the girl and string is not changing because the girl is on the swing. So if the swing moves, the girl also moves to the same position. So, with respect to the girl, the swing is, you can say that is a rest position. That is rest position. Is it clear? Next, one more example. Next, there is a bicycle. Okay, these are the wheels, and these wheels are connected, and it is the handle, and it is the seat. Okay, and there is a person on the bicycle. There is a person on the bicycle and the bicycle is riding by the person. The person is riding the bicycle. And my question is, what is the position of the person with respect to bicycle? So what is the position of the person with respect to bicycle? The position of the person with respect to bicycle is, since it is riding by the person, the bicycle moves and the person is also moving in the same direction with same position. Since these bicycle and person is, the distance between these two objects is not varying, so the position of the person bicycle is rest. But it is rest. Okay, and here there is a person too. He is the observer and he is in rest position. He is in a rest position. Okay, now answer to my question, that what is the position of the person too with respect to bicycle? With respect to bicycle, what is the position? So obviously the position is motion. Why? Because the person too is in rest. He is sitting or standing at the same some position. So the distance between the cycle and the person is changing. So if the distance between the two objects is changing, we can say that that object is in motion with respect to each other. Okay, what is the position of the person? Let's say he is one. Person one with respect to person two. What is the position of the person one with respect to person two? So obviously the position is motion. Obviously the position is there. Motion. Right? I think rest and motion, I think it is clear by the definitions. Okay, Nama. Next, types of motions. Next one is types of motion. Okay, so here basically there are two types of motion. Of course, we can classify it as four types sometimes. So, but mainly there are two types: uniform and non-uniform. Uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Uniform motion and non-uniform motion. But first one is about uniform motion. First one is about uniform motion, right? So definition for this uniform motion is a body is said to be in uniform motion. Okay, so a body is said to be in uniform motion if the body covers equal distance. If the body covers equal distance, equal distance in equal intervals of time, in equal intervals of time, intervals of time, then we can say that that body is in uniform motion. Then the body is in uniform motion. So by the definition, it is the sum distance between the points A and B. Okay, so let's say that a distance between A and B is 60 kilometers. How much? 60 kilometers. Total distance is. So let's part it 20 kilometers, 20 kilometers, and 20 kilometers. So 20 kilometers, 20 kilometers, 20 kilometers. Right? So by the definition, if the body covers equal distance 20 kilometers, 20 kilometers, 20 kilometers, the distance is equal. Equal distance in equal intervals of time. So to cover this 20 kilometers, the body takes 2 hours. Okay, and the remaining 20 kilometers for this distance also it covers 2 hours, and this distance also it covers in 2 hours. So equal distance in equal intervals of time. If a body travels in this position, then we can say that the body is in a uniform motion. Then we can say that the body is in a uniform motion. Okay, let's take so 20 kilometers by 2 hours. So cancel it to ones, 2 tens. So 10 kilometer by hour. So it covers per hour, it covers 10 kilometers. Per hour, it covers 10 kilometers. Okay. So here it came 10 kilometers, 10 kilometer per hour, 10 kilometer per hour. So the body is traveling with 10 kilometer per hour. So whatever the position is, that then we can say that the body is in a uniform motion. Uniform motion. So if your body covers equal distance in equal intervals of time, then you can say that the body is traveling with a uniform motion. Uniform motion. Okay. Next. So examples for this uniform motion is, yeah, you can give so many examples like hands in a clock, hands in a clock. We have seconds hand, minutes hand, hours hand. Na? So the motion of the clock, hands in a clock is uniform. Okay. Next, rotation by revolution of Earth. Rotation and revolution of, let's say, some planets, all the planets like Earth, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, etc. And next, motion of blades in a fan. Motion of blades of a fan. Of a fan. The motion of blades of a fan also uniform motion. So we can use so many examples like, okay. Next, non-uniform motion. Next one is non-uniform motion. Okay. So coming to the definition of non-uniform motion, same, non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion. So if the body covers unequal distance, if your body covers unequal distance in equal interval of time, so your body covers unequal distance in equal interval of time, or if your body covers equal distance in unequal interval of time, unequal intervals of time, of time, whatever it is. If your body covers equal distance in unequal interval of time, or unequal distance in equal interval of time, then you can say that the motion of the body is non-uniform motion. Then the motion of the body is non-uniform motion. Okay. So first statement is, if the body covers unequal distance A, B. Okay. Let's say it is 20 kilometers, 30 kilometers, and 40 kilometers. So here the distance is unequal. If your body covers unequal distance in equal intervals of time, so 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. Okay. So let's find out the speed. Let's say C D. From A to C, 20 by 2, that is 10 kilometer per hour. C to D, 30 by 2, 15 kilometer per hour. D to B, 40 by 2, that is 20 kilometer per hour. Here if you observe that here the speed is not uniform, not constant, not same. So if the body is traveling with this type of different speeds, then we can say that the body is traveling with non-uniform speed. But in the previous case, the distance is equal distance 20 kilometers, 20 kilometers, 20 kilometers. The time is 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. So 20 by 2, 10, 20 by 2, 10, 20 by 2, 10. So here at whatever the position, the speed of the body is 20 kilometer, sorry, 10 kilometer by hour in the previous case. Okay. But in this case, okay, but in this case, the speed is changing from one position to one point to another point, so that the motion of the body is non-uniform motion. So the motion of the body is non-uniform motion. So coming to the second statement, the body covers equal distance in unequal interval of time. AB equal distance 20 kilometers, 20 kilometers, 20 kilometers. Unequal interval of time, so 2 hours, 1 hour, 4 hours. Okay. So 20 kilometer per hour, 20 kilometers in 2 hours, first part. Next, same 20 kilometers in 1 hour. Next, same 20 kilometers in 4 hours. So if you calculate the speed 20 by 2, 10, 20 by 1, 20, 20 by 4, 5. So 10 kilometer per hour in the first case A to C. Second case 20 kilometer per hour. Third case 5 kilometer per hour. So if you observe here also the speed is not same. Then we can say this the body is in non-uniform motion. So coming to the examples for this non-uniform motion, we can give so many examples like in practical a vehicle is traveling in a crowded road. What is the motion? That is uniform motion or non-uniform motion. The crowded road means at some positions it may travel some fast with some speed, but in the very next minute the speed may reduce or the speed may increase. And also a boy is cycling in a crowded place, so that is also comes under the non-uniform motion. And what is the position of the kite in the air? Kite in the air. So the air is blowing with some speed, the kite moves fast, there is no wind, the kite moves slowly, and also the movement of any birds or any flies like housefly, butterfly, etc. What is the position? What is the motion? So that motion is also comes under the category of non-uniform motion. Okay, children. So in the next class we can discuss about different types of motion and also the term speed. Here we find out the speed in uniform motion and non-uniform motion. So in the next class we will discuss about speed and types of motions. Okay, Nama. Thank you.